Hello and welcome to ABiQ's The Week That Was, May 15th. In North Africa, Egypt has received approval for funding from the IMF to the amount of $2.8 billion. It has also indicated that it will request further funding to the amount of $9 billion from various financiers. Algeria started manufacturing of COVID-19 test kits. These test kits can render a result within 15 minutes from the test, and they were planned to ramp up production capacity up to 200,000 units per week. West Africa. In Nigeria, the oil minister has signed a $4 billion EPC contract with a joint venture led by Italy's Saipem, Japan's Chiyoda and Daewoo in South Korea to the amount of $4 billion. Central Africa. Angola has announced that 17 bid proposals were received for 6 mining concessions that was on offer. There were 3 phosphate mine concessions, 2 diamond mine concessions and an iron ore mine concession. Most of the bidders were from America, Europe, Australia and some local in Angola. East Africa. Somalia has announced that they will open up a bid round for 7 offshore blocks for exploration. Rwanda has received $100 million in funding from the IMF towards funding its power program. Kenya has received $1.2 billion in funding from the IMF towards the COVID-19 fight. On Saturday, Kenya has shut its borders with Tanzania and Somalia. Uganda has announced that it will open up its electricity transmission network to private investors. Lack of investment over the years has resulted in a very unstable network. Significant amounts of investment would be required to extend the reach of the network as well as improve its reliability. Southern Africa. The tiny country of Lesotho will see its Prime Minister vacate its office before the end of May. Finally, Namibia will open up its domestic market. This comes after 11 of the 16 COVID-19 infected people recovered. There were no deaths recorded in Namibia. Thank you for watching this week's episode of The Week That Was. Please join us on Wednesday, May 20th for a live webinar looking at the impact of COVID-19 on Africa and what needs to be done to ensure the continuity of business. You can find more information on our website. Just visit www.abiq.io and register to attend our webinar. Stay safe and keep well, and see you next week for another episode in ABiQ's The Week That Was.